Hello, my name is Ilona. I just finished my live and I had the weirdest thing happening is that I couldn't see myself. So I actually assumed that people watching my live couldn't see me either, and then it's pointless because no one sees the cards and things like that. So they could hear me, but they couldn't see me. But it turned out I couldn't see myself, but they could easily see me. It's very strange. So the live happened. I was just not seeing myself, but apparently this has happened to other YouTubers as well. So apparently YouTube something is going on, and I actually looked at the energy of YouTube as well. So I'll get to that when that question was, when I've put the question on the table. So there are so many cards now in front of me, and I'm just going to do a recap of my Dutch life and pick out the questions that I think are also interesting for an international audience. And I'm very happy with the people that watch my Dutch videos, my English videos. I'm sorry. It's just been such a weird evening because I'm so used to seeing myself like I'm seeing myself now, and I just didn't see myself at all. It was looking into pitch black. It was very strange, but I was just happy that the live could continue. And I just watched the link actually and watched it back, and I could just see myself. It's just a very strange experience. So I hope YouTube will fix that. But there was something else going on as well. People were trying to support me, and I saw that like 20 times popping up. It was just very strange. Things are happening in YouTube. Well, the first question was, of course, the bridge in Baltimore. What was going on there? So the strangest thing is that I got the Two of Swords, I've got the Ten of Cups, and I've got the Star card. And I have a feeling that not everything is what it seems. I believe that this is actually done for another purpose, and we won't know right away. But I don't get an immediately, a dark energy vibe to it. It's very strange. I think it may even be connected to containers. It may even be connected in another way. But I do believe if the dark energies really wanted to go for a bridge, they would have picked a different bridge. That's the feeling I'm getting. So there's just it has a different meaning to it. But we'll have to wait and see what will come out of that. But I just thought it was very interesting. Didn't get cards with a lot of dark energy, so to me it feels like there was something else. There was another purpose to it. Second question is about The Sound of Freedom. Apparently, you can watch it now on Amazon Prime, if I'm not mistaken. And someone asked if it, really woke up people. If people are more open for, of course, the subject of what the movie is about. I've got the Hanged Man, so people are changing their perspective. I've got the Four of Wands, it's also bringing people together, and the Knight of Swords is people are starting to, really understanding things need to be done. And I do believe it was necessary to start, not immediately in the immediate vicinity, but it opened people's minds. And now we're getting Nickelodeon, we're getting P. Diddy, and things like that. So this is all connected. And of course, with Epstein, things are going to come out as well. So people are now more prepared. It's like I said, I believe it's in phases done, purposely done, so people could get accustomed to it and starting to understand it. But it will put people in motion. It will also bring people together. Well, let's face it, humanity, we care for our children. We want our children protected, and it's about changing minds and changing point of views and understanding that this is really done on such a awful level and such a deep level, and it needs to be taken care of. And I do believe that it woke up a lot of people to what's truly going on, and it opened up their minds enough so other things can come in. That's at least how I perceive things. The third question was about the European Championships here in the, well, not here, but in Germany. So that's in Europe. And the European champions, well, obviously it's European. it's about soccer, and that's a big thing here in Europe, and in a lot of other countries as well, like Brazil and Portugal, and it's just, well, of course that's Europe, but it's worldwide. Soccer is for a lot of countries very important. It's comparable to the USA and the American football. It's very the same league, and there's a lot of money involved. So I've taken a look at that because someone asked me if I also looked at the Olympic Games last live. I did show that in my recap. Last week on Wednesday, I posted my recap of the live that I did that Tuesday evening. And it's probably going to be different than different. And that person was asking if and anything is going to happen with the European Championships as well. And what I got is very interesting. We've got the Queen of Wands, so obviously there's going to be Whitehead influences, but I also got the Two of Swords and the Ten of Cups. So it will bring people together as well, because it is very bringing people together, but it's also going to point out things. So I do believe that the Whiteheads are going to use it to show things happening in that world as well, in the sports world, because there's a lot of corruption going on there as well with the Two of Swords. So things are going to be shown to people. Do believe it will change, but it's not going to be as radical, or it doesn't feel in the energy wise that it's going to be like the Olympic Games. So that's the feeling I'm getting. Let's see, the Dutch farmers. Someone asked me about the energy of the Dutch farmers. Right now, of course, in Belgium today, the farmers were standing up, and in Great Britain. Of course, Poland, the farmers are just continuing. I do believe in France, a lot of things are happening. So what are the Dutch farmers right now? Well, they're kind of standing still. I think a lot of things need to be changed in certain organizations concerning farmers as well. I do believe that, people that are trying to get away with things are not going to get away with it. And a lot of farmers feel like they're at the end of the rope. Like there really is no way of getting out of this. And they're exhausted. And I do believe that ultimately they will, become active again. But right now it's kind of standing still. But I do believe a lot of things are happening that we just don't see on the background. But the farmers, like farmers everywhere around the world, are just sick and tired of all these rules, regulations, these climate things that you really have to wonder what's really going on, and it's just exhausting. It's just really kind of done with it. But right now it looks like there's inactivity, but I believe that they will become active again. So let's see. Assange. Today, I believe the court in Great Britain announced that he has the right to appeal against his extradition. They're trying to extradite him to the United States, and he is now possible for him to appeal that. So that's great news. Interesting thing is that I've got the Devil card, I've got the High Priestess on the energy about that, and the Ace of Pentacles. So there's a new beginning, and there's more and more things are going to come out about the dark energies. I do believe that Assange has a lot of information that still needs to come out. I believe that he's most likely already in a safe place, but of course we'll have to wait and see and what they're going to publicly announce about these things. But I believe this is really showing people more and more things are going to come out, and it's a new beginning. It's like a new start that happened because of this judgment what the court gave, that he has the right to appeal. And so it's not going to happen right away, and I'm not sure if he's actually going to be extradited to the States. We'll have to wait and see, but there are more and more things are going to come out. And the Devil card kept popping up actually in another card reading. I believe it was more focused on the Netherlands, so I didn't take that card in consideration, but it's very interesting. Later on it will pop up again, so it's very interesting to see. Sometimes a card just keeps popping up, and this evening it was the Devil card that just kept popping up, interestingly enough. Let's see, the Pyramids. Apparently the pyramids worldwide, even the unknown ones, are being activated. I believe in the Bermuda Triangle that there is also a pyramid from the time of Atlantis. And really the question was, are they activated? Are they going to be activated? What is going on there? What I got was the Two of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. I don't think everything has been activated yet. Wouldn't surprise me if the April 8th is connected to it, but there were a lot of hard work in connecting them all, and it's going to happen very fast. So on a, this is a card of movement. So this is not going to take that long. So I do believe that part of it is already being activated, and it wouldn't surprise me if around April 8th, because there's so much energetically going on, that those pyramids will be fully activated. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's very interesting to see. So much going on there. And let's see. There was a question about humanity waking up. What were the cards for humanity? I thought that was very interesting. I have to get other cards for this one. Let's see. The cards for awakening in humanity were the Hanged Man, which means that humanity is changing their minds, looking at it in a very different way. We've got the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is that a lot of people are feeling left out in the cold, and this gives them an opportunity to really just step out of their comfort zone and starting to see that things are changing. So there's a lot of hard work happening right now by humanity that will bring in new balance. So I do believe that a lot of humanity is seeing things differently, at least noticing something's not right, not looking up to all these organizations, governments, and really realizing that they're out on their own. And that's also what I wanted to mention about the dark energies. There are, of course, perspectives, and it completely depends on how you view things, and that is, of course, up to you. This is how I see things, and I just share them. And that the dark energies are full control of everything, then I'm like, well, why aren't they doing anything then? Because they were fully in control, they would have already pushed a mandatory sting by now. They would have already pushed us in all kinds of camps. They would have done things to us right now. So, and that's also the difference, because the dark energies don't have to wait for anything. On the contrary, they're kind of running out of time. So they need to push things through. And the Whiteheads, like I've explained in other videos and how I, of course, view things, they don't want to wrap everything up in a bow and just give it to us, because then we're not waking up. This is about waking up humanity. That's the biggest thing. And of course, saving the children. We have to make decisions in changing our minds, changing our perspective, understanding who we truly are. And we need to be uncomfortable for that. So if they're going to clean up everything, take care of everything, then obviously we're not going to become in that state to really see things in a different way. So I just wanted to mention that as well. Last question was about the energy of YouTube, which was interesting. I didn't even come up that myself, that of course what was going on with YouTube. And interesting thing is that I've got, let's see, this one. There's a lot of work being done there. That was interesting. That was, I'm sure, very correct. There is the tower, so everything is falling apart. We've got a new energy coming in. So I do believe someone mentioned in the chat that most likely the Whiteheads are working on YouTube. I believe that that is actually happening. There was a thing, all things are falling apart. Hard work is being done on YouTube, changing things, new energy coming in. And someone mentioned that on the back of the deck, I didn't see it myself, there was this card again popping up, the Devil card. And I think that's what's falling apart now. All these dark energies, what has happened with X, Twitter, changing things, getting things out of the way. I think that's been happening as well with YouTube. That doesn't mean that there are still no things shown, because people need to see things, but I do believe that the Whiteheads are cleaning up things there as well. And that's why we have all these chaotic moments, like not being able to watch myself when I'm, recording a live, things like that. So there was no, how to say that, I didn't see myself, but luckily other people could see myself. So that's the last. And let's see, the last card I wanted to show was the card for everyone watching the chat, and of course people that are watching this video. That's the Seven of Swords. It's about taking responsibility, not walking away from things, truly accepting yourself, and also looking in your environment if there are people there that are not taking responsibility as well. Don't take on their responsibility. You are responsible only for yourself. Obviously, when you have young children, that's something else. But for other grown-ups, you are not responsible. They are responsible for themselves. So don't take on their responsibility. Very, very important. So that's what I want to leave you with. And I hope to see you in my next video, most likely Thursday. That will be my last video before I'm going to take some time off. So next week I will take time off, and I'll be back then Monday, April 8th. And it's going to be a very interesting day. So I hope to see you in another video on Thursday. And yeah, I was just thinking, I think on Thursday will be my last video. And hope to see you after my moment of relaxation. Bye. And of course, a happy Easter already if you're not going to watch my video on Thursday. Bye.